Donald Trump obviously is facing a lot of legal troubles. One thing that he might soon not have on his side when it comes to legal help is the money that the Republican National Committee had been pledging to him. In fact, it's already sort of started. They're saying now they are not going to be paying for his legal fees related to the FBI's investigation and retrieval of documents in Mar-a-Lago, to which and I think most reasonable people would say, why would they? What does that have to do with anything? Why would they pay for that? Well, that's a little bit naive, I guess, because the thing is they have paid for his legal fees that have nothing to do with their operations. In December of last year, as of that time, the committee had already agreed to foot the bill for around $1.6 million in legal fees. Over 100 grand of that relates to 2 criminal probes, one in Manhattan, one by the New York District Attorney's Office. So I guess you could reasonably expect that they will continue to pay for your legal fees, even though these are crimes you chose to commit. They're crimes that don't have anything to do with the RNC as far as we can see. And the dude doing the criming is, at least according to him, a literal billionaire. So why he would need that help when the cost of that legal assistance is akin to what I could dig out of my pockets at any given second, I don't know. But I'm not a super rich, powerful person. There are very different standards for their behavior. Now, they also say, Ben, that if he declares that he's running for president, they're gonna cut off all of their legal assistance because they have to be neutral during a primary. He hasn't announced yet, and he definitely wants to, but there will be a financial hit if he does. Do you think that that might influence him at all in terms of when he declares his presidency?
I do. I think this is one of the only hopeful signs that we have that can maybe persuade this orange monster to not value the extra press attention and people talking about him over perhaps a financial hit when he's not solvent like he claims to be, and when he's losing a lot of his supporters, not only in the conservative media, but also in Congress, the RNC itself turning its back on him. I think maybe he'll realize this might be more trouble than it's worth. Alex Jones even is now in love with DeSantis, and that's gotta be a little scary for him. I think that hopefully will be affecting his calculus to some degree, but I think that it does to some degree make sense why the RNC has been paying his legal fees, because while they didn't commit these crimes with him, they're definitely aiding and abetting him, because they have been supporting him at every turn and defending his actions at every turn, even everything beyond the pale. I mean, we thought it was bad enough during 4 years of racism and anti-Semitism and bigotry and homophobia and just flouting every single tradition, every single aspect of what made our country kind of different from banana republics around the world in times gone by. And suddenly now he then tries to overthrow his own government, not certify an election, still standing by him. They are part of it. So it kind of behooves them to pay it up until this point, at least, because they realize, well, the faster we can make this go away, the better it is for our guy that we support tooth and nail. So I think that is probably the reason they've been doing it, is because it just kind of makes the problems go away quicker. But there's a limit even for people who have no limit and no bottom and aid and abet a traitor to our nation.
Exactly, and they could use that money. I'm sure Dr. Oz could use a little bit of support. Like, there's other stuff they can spend on.
They're starting to finally look forward as far as the money that they're realizing there's a limited coffer, even to the incredible grift that they have, that they constantly execute on their own followers. They need to figure it out a little bit, maybe like Liz Cheney saw the tea leaves and decided, even though I'm down by an enormous amount in this upcoming election, I'm going to save half of what I've raised for whatever's next.
Exactly, it's a better use of the money. For more political news, breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.